This video poster presentation is delivered on behalf of Virginia Roberts and Kerry Steele-Jones of the University of Winchester. Project Hephaestus is a product of a special interest group founded at the university directed to computer and technology-assisted education and experience. Hephaestus is the Greek god of fire, the patron of craftsmen, and this cross-faculty project is specifically directed to crafting exciting new opportunities for practical experience for students across a potentially wide range of programs. In short, the project aims to develop a new VR virtual reality platform for generating experiential learning opportunities, and at the same time bringing together academic staff in programs where experiential learning is necessary or beneficial for learners, such as in those areas where regulators require a certain amount of practical experience. There is an increasing number of programs of study where practical experience is considerably enhanced by learning and an increasing number where there are regulatory requirements. But there are two key challenges that this project seeks to address. The first is enhancing experiential learning for students in a reliable, structured and scaffolded way. And the second is to provide sufficient and suitable practical experience opportunities to meet experiential requirements in programs of study. To give some insight into the ultimate end game of the project Hephaestus, this image illustrates both how the user interacts and the sort of scenarios that could be envisaged. As you can see on the left, the user would operate with a head-mounted display placed over the face and hand controllers to interact with the virtual world. Some examples of virtual worlds are provided on the right, healthcare and nursing on the top left, forensics on the top right, rehabilitation and physiotherapy on the bottom left, and virtual classrooms and interactive environments on the bottom right. These are just examples, but the scope of applicability across programs and techniques are certainly not limited to those depicted here. This slide outlines some of the benefits, and for learners in particular, the benefit of being able to access reliably experiences without a need to depend on supervisors or external providers is a key benefit, not to mention the benefit for kinesthetic, practical and visual learners who clearly benefit from working in a more practical environment. For educators, the whole environment, the automatic scenario generation, the fact that the environment can be used for both learning and assessment, and the fact that for educators, the environment could be dynamically generated rather than necessarily needing to be generated bespoke every time. And for a university or higher education institution, the opportunity to provide a centralized facility for VR education clearly allows for the application of VR to departments and programs where such technology would not normally be understood or contemplated. The project is instigated by colleagues in a number of programs working through a special interest group. The core team come from certain professional areas where access to experiential learning is important and key. But we recognize that the benefits potentially expand to multiple programs and others that are not even mentioned here. Just by way of overview, the way the virtual world is intended to work is we have a computer system providing that virtual world, and a learner will interact with it through the head-mounted display. Actors could be provided, such as real people, acting also through avatars in the virtual world, peer learners and educators also potentially acting through the virtual world. The virtual world is provided with a VR platform, and we would contemplate the use of undergraduate and postgraduate digital media students to provide the virtual world, including 3D prop models and the virtual stage, and academics from the individual programs of study would work towards understanding and providing the scenarios that should be deployed. At the University of Winchester, the need to develop the technical infrastructure around which these 3D virtual experiences can be provided is also an opportunity for our undergraduate and postgraduate digital media students. This illustration here depicts a model of a domestic setting which could be used for example, a forensic crime scene for a forensics module, and this is being produced by postgraduate digital media students for direct application with a scenario to murder scenes in domestic settings such as sitting or living rooms with broken windows for the use in another program of forensics. Lots of different evidence types can be employed. The models can be generated dynamically and be provided in the setting in a way that's not necessarily predictable, allowing a truly dynamic approach to this 3D experience. We're also working with the Centre of Enterprise Design and Innovation, CEDI, to explore how the Engage virtual reality platform might be used to build interactive and immersive and customized experiences. We'd be very happy to answer questions. As I said, this presentation is made on behalf of Virginia Roberts and Kerry Steele Jones of the University of Winchester.